Hey guys, Professor Mike here. Welcome back to the channel and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, I want to go over the tint that we have done on the 2022 F-150. We just got the front tinted up in the front. Now we live in the state of Florida, right? So super hot here and definitely got to get windows tinted. So I kind of wanted to show you what the tint looks like. I get a ton of questions on tint for some reason. I mean, I'm sure like other states are super, I mean, they're pretty strict on tint laws, but I want to show you what the truck looks like with 15% window tint. So if you look at the truck, the back windows right here, stained glass at a 15%, went ahead and matched the front to 15%. So the front is actually a film, the back is a stained glass, and in the back, which is the privacy glass back here, the rear window also 15%. So matches the entire truck. I think they did a pretty good job. The windshield itself, not tinted, but on my 2018 it is tinted of 50%. This is not tinted, so show you what it looks like, right? It looks pretty dark. You're like, man, it's a pretty dark tint. It's actually not that dark inside, so let's kind of do a comparison here. So 15%, 100% basically, there's no tint there. So tint, so this is how you kind of read tint, right? So when someone says 15% tint, that means only 15% of light can come through the car. 0% tint would literally be 0% of light, so limo tint. 100%, which is basically 100% of light, can get through the car because there's no tint on it, okay? So this is what it looks like looking through 15%. Very, very easy. I mean, there's no visibility issues at all. And this is a all black interior, so you can imagine it gets pretty hot in here. But let's look at just real quick like this. You can see. So you have the windshield and then you have the window. So it's really not that much difference in terms of interior wise, but when you close it, it looks pretty good, man. And I think this is probably the best tint to go with. Now, I think the legal limit in the state of Florida is 35% up front and 20% in the back, which is that privacy glass. But I've never, and I've had dark tint on my Mustangs, my F-150s. I've never seen anybody pulled over for their tint in the state of Florida. But like I said, every state has their own laws, and some of them are way stricter, right? Like I know in New York, you have to have a front license plate, which is freaking stupid. Florida, you do not need to have, right? So there's different laws. So make sure you check with your tint laws before you get something done. So technically, if you were to ask me this question, is this window tint illegal? And I would say yes. According to the Florida State Registry of Tint Laws, this is an illegal tint, technically, okay? Because this is a 15% window tint when the most you can go is 35% up front. Now, when you get trucks from the factory, they usually do maybe put some kind of tint up in the front. It's probably 35. However, sometimes, and most of the time, they don't put any tint up front. So you got this tint in the back, you got zero tint up front. It's obviously extremely hot in Florida. It's like 90 degrees right now in the middle of August. So you definitely want tint riding around in Florida, and you want some dark tint. And like I said, this is a dark black interior. So riding around with no tint, you'd be sweating on the way to work. And I think that's why they don't really care in Florida, because it's just so freaking hot here all the time. But yeah, so like I said, all black interior, and you can feel the heat difference right now just from the sun beating down through the windshield. Now, if you're wondering how much does it cost to get this window tint done, it's basically this window and the other window, and you're looking at about $130 to get the film and installed for you. So not really like that much in terms of cost. Now, if you wanted to get your windshield tinted, you're probably looking at another $100 or so. I think total with my windshield and my two windows, which is the only thing I did on the F-150 here, it was about $250. So we'll just kind of look into my 2018 with the 15% window tint and the 50% windshield. Not much different, but you can definitely feel a way cooler temperature wise when you open the door, because of just 50% of the light doesn't go through the truck, which means you're definitely going to feel a lot less heat in the truck. And this is an all black truck with all black interior. You can imagine how hot this thing gets in the summertime. But same thing, 15, 15 up front, 50, 50, then this is nothing. So if I do a three-way comparison here, 15, 0, which is technically 100%, there's no tint, 50, 50%. And in the back, 15, 15, and 15. Look, it doesn't look like I have tint at all. So if you're scared about tint being too dark, this is what 15% looks like in the daytime. Now at night, different story, right? It doesn't affect me at all. I work night shift, so I drive at night all the time, and I've never had a problem with not being able to see. Now, if you go any darker, I would say, hey, like 5% tint is pretty dark, right? Limo tint, you're gonna probably have problems driving or seeing at night. Might have to roll your window down or something there. So just, yeah, take that into consideration, man. So we got the, like I said, the 15% window tint on the 2022. Came out pretty good, man. I think tint on trucks just looks, or just any car, like if you don't have tint on your car, like what are you really doing, man? So I'll show you the walk around real quick and just do a quick comparison. Obviously got my Yeti up there, you know, kind of chilling. So here it is, just real quick. Yeah, I think it came out pretty good. Looking to get this thing leveled out soon. We did do the bullet antenna. We got the WeatherTech floor mats in there. We got the LED license plate lights. Some cool custom cup holder covers and all that. Look at the difference between the 6-inch and the stock lift. And those of you probably wondering, should I do a lift? 6-inch lift? How big is it? That's how big it is, right there. It's quite taller. I mean, look at the mirror difference, right? So it's definitely quite taller. Can I fit 2 garages? Yeah. Have I had problems driving it? No. So do the lift. All right. So, but yeah, back to the tint things. Here's a comparison, both trucks. If you look at the windshield, you can't really tell. You know, it's only at 50%. You can't really tell. The lighting's probably not the best to see 50%, and then just no tint there. You're not gonna be able to see. But I in person, I can definitely see that. It's harder to see through the truck, the front of that, than it is. I can see pretty good through that truck right there versus this one. It's a little bit more difficult. You can kind of tell in person. Not sure if you can pick it up on camera, but I can see it in person. But yeah, any questions, guys, leave a like, comment, subscribe, guys. I post new videos on the channel every single week. And if you're wondering what I've done to the F-150 2018, link in the description down below. If you're checking out the 2022 for the first time, gonna be doing some more stuff to it as time goes on. Just doing some small stuff here and there. We're not gonna go crazy with it like we did with my 2018. Just a small OEM plus look. We're gonna go with this one, right? Just like a nice level, maybe different tires, just some small stuff. This one, we're just going all out, balls to the wall, right? But yeah, if you are wondering, like I said, link in the description down below for different parts. And SpeedLab, one of my sponsors, is giving out 20% off their entire purchase. Use the code PM20 if you want to buy exhaust systems, tuner kits, intakes, all that stuff. PM20, and for the SpeedLab, link in the description down below for that. Other than that, we'll see y'all later. Peace.